We have seen an increase in the number of homelessness people. What's causing that over the past year?
Yes, we have. And I think it's one of these unintended consequences of COVID where we've seen a lot of migration into Queensland and house prices have gone up as a result of that. And that's filtered through into the rental market. And we see low-income families really struggling to maintain their tenancies, in some cases having to move out. And it's a real crisis at the moment for a lot of people that are struggling to find a home.
Now, I imagine as well, given COVID over the past 18 months or so, that's probably also impacted as well in terms of perhaps job losses?
It has, yes. So particularly in the hospitality sector, tourism sectors, we've seen a lot of job losses. And even now, with jobs starting to come back, one of the problems is that people can't afford to live where the jobs are.
And so tell me about the Sleepout. How is it going to look this year? I understand that last year it was held virtually. So
Yes.
What's going to be held here in Queensland this year?
Yeah, so in Queensland we've got two place-based events, one in Brisbane at the men's hostel and one on the Gold Coast at Seabus Stadium. But we're also doing it virtually again because that was a big success last year. We found a lot of people got engaged right across the state through the virtual event. So we're running both place-based and virtual events this year.
How does it work virtually?
Well, you can sleep on your driveway, in your car, in the backyard in a tent. So there's a whole lot of different ways people can participate if they can't make the place-based event. And
there's also national events as well. It's not just here in Queensland?
That's right. It's a national event. So there's 8 locations next Thursday night that are doing the Sleepout in all the major capitals around Australia. We've got about 1,650 CEOs registered across Australia, and we're hoping to raise $8 million nationally this year.
Where does that money go towards in terms of helping these people? Is it services? Is it things like blankets and essentials?
Yes, it's all of those things. So our members, St Vincent de Paul members right across Australia, provide assistance with food and accommodation and other essentials such as blankets to help those people that are homeless and try and find a home for them. So they work with them to find homes, but you've got to support them and ensure that they can get to that place in the first instance.
Was it around 4,000 Queenslanders, I understand, who were helped with the appeal last year? Is that an average sort of number you're expecting this year?
Yes, yeah. So overall, we've got about 116,000 across Australia who are registered as homeless, and they're just the people you can count. In Queensland, there's just over 21,000, but there's others that sleep in the back of cars, that sleep in tents and really don't have a permanent home, a place that you can call home like we all enjoy.
We are getting into winter. We are lucky here in Queensland. It isn't quite as cold, but still pretty chilly. Is the idea of the Sleepout for people to experience what it's like and draw attention to that as well?
Yes, it's more, you'll never simulate what it's really like to be homeless, but we try and give CEOs an experience of one night and make them reflect on what that would be like if that was every night and if they had no hope and of no promise of a home to look forward to. So it's experiential for CEOs, but it's also raising awareness as key business influencers and people in the community that they can raise awareness through their networks, through their staff, and really get homelessness as a key issue that we can address. And quite frankly, we shouldn't have a homeless problem in a country like Australia.
And finally, if people in the community do want to help, perhaps not a CEO, what can they do to help support this cause?
Yes, well, they can go online to the ceosleepout.org.au and they can donate to the cause there, pick out a favourite CEO, maybe dob in their boss if they haven't already registered. It's not too late, only a week to go.
Fantastic, there you go. Well, thank you so much, Kevin Mercer, CEO of Vinnies Queensland, talking about the Sleepout on this coming Thursday. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.